just so lonely. I don't think I ever expected being in a situation where I am actively trying to make connections and not being able to do so.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the desert, where we have snakes, scorpions and harpies. For today's episode, guys, we're covering a video for men only, and we start strong with a woman that can't believe that she's no longer able to pull everyone she wants, just like when women are younger, you know, and they have hundreds upon hundreds of options, and they dismiss all of them looking for the next greener patch of grass. And now, surprise, surprise, you've hit the wall, and you are no longer eligible to make men interested, at least not the men you want. But now, guys, let's continue. Let me know how you're all doing.
That is strange, and that feels like a product of age. It feels...
Older women, younger men. Go. What do we think? Well, I think it's completely appropriate, and I think that we should be able to date whoever we want. I am not talking about a 16-year-old with a 30-year-old. I'm talking about consenting adults with a 5, 10, 15-year age gap. Anywhere from 30 up, you know what you're doing, okay? So I think it's fine. I got a message there.
Of course, she thinks it's fine, gentlemen. She's approaching 50. Ask her 30 years ago when she was in her 20s. Oh no, that is so inappropriate. These older men, they want me only for my looks. They only want to benefit out of me. It's so creepy. Now that she's in her 50s though, not as many options as before. Oh, I'm absolutely fine with it. We are consenting adults after all. Notice how they never say that about DiCaprio, for example. Nobody says, well, DiCaprio and his many girlfriends that are way younger, they are consulting adults in the end. Nobody says that about him.
The other day from a friend, actually more of an acquaintance, messaging me, asking me about the Tinder neighbour, okay? And he said, how old is he? I said, 49. He said, why are you bothering? You're 8 years older. I'm 6 years older, but sure. Okay, I'm 56. This guy turns 50, I don't know, in a month. I said, well, yeah, 6 years. And he said, but why? Why are you bothering? I get that you act young, but why are you bothering? He's just after like a sexual thing. And I kind of thought, I don't act young. I have a young energy. I love life. I embrace things. I say yes to everything. I love adventure. I'm spontaneous. I'm not a 56-year-old old nana. Oh, even doing my washing. See? House proud as well. But I forgot what I was going to say. Anyway, I have a really good life. I love my life, and I don't need some.
She forgot what she said because of the age, most certainly. But gentlemen, she's young energy. She brings young energy to the table. Hello, fellow kids. How are you all doing? Madam, stop lying to yourself. Don't get me wrong, guys. There's nothing wrong with being elderly. In fact, I appreciate more elderly people. They're more wise. Usually this is not the case, for example, but they tend to be more wise. They tend to have settled down. They appreciate the most important things in life, rather than when they are young and they are stupid and naive, you know? There's nothing wrong with that. But these women, guys, they try to escape age. Like, they try to escape the plague, you know? Like, for them, the age is the biggest enemy they're going to encounter in life, because it gets rid of all of their options, their beauty, which is the main tool, if not the only one that they have been using all their life to get what they want. Like, they really hate it, guys. They will go to incredible lengths, dyeing their hair, doing procedures, putting on fake eyelashes, fake noses, fake lips, fake whatever, to try and avoid it.
Someone, but I want someone, okay? But I was really, really surprised. I'm like, come on. Like, are we still talking about young men, older women? Come on. And I have dated younger men, and they have wanted to have relationships with me, but I have had to let them go because I feel like, you know, they're going to want to have children at some point. And obviously I'm past all that. I've got kids. I'm fine. And I love the energy of a younger man. I don't want to date a 60-year-old. I don't want to date an old man that, A, sexually, they're getting incompatible, and B, they just become kind of old ladies a little bit. You know, the old men, they lose their testosterone, they become more feminine. But I was really surprised that this guy really was thinking that older women can't date younger men. Like, can we stop the judging?
Yeah, come on, guys. Can we stop judging? She says after judging elderly men for like 2 minutes. You know, that no testosterone. They're like feminine, emasculated. They suck, guys. They suck. All the men suck, you know. But guys, no judging, please. These won't even listen to themselves. Holy hell. Well, first off, you don't strike me as someone particularly feminine. So you having a man that is feminine, hey, at least he makes up for something, right, in the relationship. Other than that, don't worry, these men don't want you either. Like, men your age are not looking for women like you. Oh, and I always love it, guys, when they blame men for how they perform in bed, you know? Oh, they're not as energetic. It's easy when you are a starfish and you literally lay there and you do nothing at all. It's really easy. You know? Why don't we exchange roles? I haven't had a problem with that personally. Don't think that I'm biased or something. No, but I've just heard a lot of women complain about that. Oh, men don't perform well. Then you ask them if they do anything at all other than laying like a bear skin there, like a bear rug, you know, these rugs that are like a bear skinned, laying like a starfish with its mouth open. That's how they stay. And then they complain about men. Try to do something yourself.
Where have all the good men gone? Do you want to know where they went? They have retreated to their homes. Do you want to know why? Because the good men are the ones that have put in so much effort and had women trash them for.
Thank the Lord, gentlemen. When I heard that question, where have all the good men gone, I was thinking, oh no, here we go again. You know, typical woman in her 40s asking where have all the good men gone when she has been dismissing them for the last like 20 years. But thank the Lord, this is actually a woman that has some common sense and can provide an answer. Well, let's have a listen, gentlemen.
To their homes. Do you want to know why? Because the good men are the ones that have put in so much effort and had women trash them for putting in the effort. They've had women take advantage of them because they want to be a gentleman, they want to open the doors, they want to pay for your dinner, and you just expect that that is supposed to happen. The idea that you should have multiple men pandering after you just to see which one is the best is atrocious.
Yeah, it's true, and atrocious doesn't even begin to define it. But gentlemen, I want to think about this with you for a moment. There are many different different paths that men take. You have some men that are empto, have some men that are red pill, black pill, men who are no longer willing to date, men who are players and are in it just for the recreational purposes. You have all these men on this wide spectrum doing all sorts of things. But the common thing between all those men that take different approaches is that all of them started dating with intention. Alright, all of these men, you can take the biggest player that has a body count in the triple digits and has slept with half the city. You can take that man, and if you look at the time when he was 16, 18, early 20s, he was probably dating with intention. He was dating, trying to get married. Alright, you don't get a lot of empto guys when they are 16 years of age. You know what I mean? A lot of these men that become resentful towards dating, a lot of these men that don't want to touch women with a 10-foot pole. A lot of these men that view women just as S3X dolls. All of them started dating with intention. They wanted to make a family out of it. They wanted something serious, you know, because that's the way that we've been taught. Nobody's teaching men to go empto. I mean, there are empto channels, but I mean, no parents, no schools, no early childhood friends are telling you to go empto. You know what I mean, guys? Like, men usually just take a bite out of modern day dating and it tastes like crap, and so after they take this little sample of what dating is, a lot of the times they just say, no, this is not for me. I will definitely not date. And they either go empto, avoiding all these women, red pilled, or they go just for, okay, so I'm gonna view them as buddies and I'm gonna play my own game. It's women who do that. If there were enough women, or you know, enough good women, guys, I tell you, like empto, the red pill, pickup artists, all of these philosophies wouldn't be so famous at all, if at all. You know what I mean? Because men will be in families, men will be forming meaningful relationships with women who are worth it. Doesn't happen to be the case, though.
And this is coming from someone who very clearly wants traditional values in a man and in a relationship. But I am not going to be ignorant to the idea that I'm going to have to contribute something to that relationship too. I am going to have to put in the effort as well. I'm going to have to be able to communicate and have conversation and be really comfortable with who I am, but at the same time understand that if I want a man to be comfortable with himself, I am going to have to allow him the ability to feel comfortable when he is in my presence. None of this, oh, well, you have to do this and you need to do that. And if you don't handle this, then I'm out. Do I have expectations? Of course I have expectations. My expectations are rooted in having morals and values.
Guys, before she continues with this important topic, she mentioned, I'm not gonna go out of the family or relationship the moment something goes south. Made me remember, I recently looked up a video in which they interview like the most famous divorce coach, but not like these stupid TikTok divorce coaches, but a person who actually makes a living off of that, and he's really good in understanding those matters. A professional. You can see that he's really, good at the matter. And so they ask him, what is the biggest reason for divorce? Something like this was the question when it comes to women. And he says that most women, if their husband earns less than them, that is like a huge motivation for divorce. He says that basically, if the woman is making more than the man, that is a relationship that is, statistically speaking at least, almost certainly doomed to fail. Now, that is a very complex topic. I understand where women come from. I understand that they want the man to be the leader, earn more money and stuff like this. But I'm saying this because it goes to show that this is the reason why men don't want these women that have careers and are boss babes, and or they focus too much on studies. Not that studies nowadays equal money, but just it's the arrogance that comes with it, Like, men wouldn't have a problem with women following whatever career they want for as long as they want if it didn't come, in most of the cases, with huge amounts of arrogance. So men usually don't want or even expect women to contribute specific things. They rather want women who can hold off, if I can express myself in that way, who can hold off anger, who can control themselves from anger, who are patient, who are humble. It's like women expect men to perform and earn money and, secure that job, solve problems, fix things. Men don't expect that of women. They expect women to just have patience in different matters. But do you agree with that, gentlemen? Now, let's continue.
Don't handle this, then I'm out. Do I have expectations? Of course I have expectations. My expectations are rooted in having morals and values and being a gentleman and understanding what that means. That means that I am not taking advantage of them just so that I can get a date.
But gentlemen, let's move on now to our article story. And before you see it, a short message about the channel. Recently, I've been considering dropping the view amount per week, so doing a video day in, day out, because the YouTube algorithm is just messing the whole thing and there's less incentive. I'm also a bit burnt from covering these women all the time. Thinking about it, I said, let's just, instead of not posting one day, let's just do one video of mine with TikToks I have selected one day, and the other day, taking it like a rest day, I would rather just cover a video from Men Only, for example. That is a very good channel. And so it's less stressful for me. It takes less amount of effort. I don't have to browse through TikTok to take a look at these insane women. So it's so much better all around. Let me know what you think, guys. Do you like me covering other people? And just so you know, I do it because a bit burnt, to be honest. But now, let's move on to the article story, guys. She Left Me is the title. So I was dating this girl for more than 4 months. Basically, 3 months were basically very close friendship. But a few weeks ago, she suddenly started to change. She basically spoke less, showed less interest, and didn't really care for my loving messages. That is something that I never understand, when people, instead of being straightforward, they do these things where they sort of send signals, so you know that they are not interested, but they won't tell you about it, or they won't even tell you why. So I don't understand that. She said it was because she was going through some very difficult times and that someone didn't want for us to be in a relationship. I suppose it's someone from her family. Well, you gotta be more specific, because 9 out of 10 times women give you this excuse of, oh, I'm just going through a hard time. And sometimes it is the case. Sometimes they really are going through a bad time. In other cases, they are cheating, right? They are cheating and they don't want you to know, so they tell you, oh, I'm just really busy or going through a bad time. There could be so many reasons to this. Maybe she has found someone better. Maybe she thinks that she can find someone better, so she's no longer interested in you. There's so many options. She's not specific at all. I will be very suspicious. So one day I talked to her about it, and without explaining anything or the reason, she ghosted, never spoke to me again. Except for today, she came talking to me, asking how my day was and how everything was going. Followed by a message asking me to give a talk at my church. I basically just said hello, good morning, and then I said yes. She gave me a blank thanks. I didn't say anything after that, and honestly, I think I did the right thing. That girl deserved the absolute minimum from me after what she did to me and made me go through for no explicit reason. I also got super mad at her because I had forgotten something and she wouldn't give me the password simply because she didn't want to. So yeah, this is it. We don't talk anymore. She's mad at me for whatever reason to this date, and I'm here wondering whether I should move on or not. What do you guys have to say? Well, the situation very much sucks. I decided to read this story, guys, because I feel like some of you have had this experience, and it sucks, right? Because this is not a talking stage. They were together, right? And this guy liked this woman, so he got blindsided by this move. It sucks, but what other can you do other than move on? You know, the other person is clearly not interested. The other person didn't even make an attempt to fix things, let alone fix things. She didn't even make an attempt to talk things out. You know, it's like, what else can you do other than move on? And it sucks. It sucks to be the part of the couple that wants to continue and you want to try and you want to do all those things. The other person doesn't even care. But let's read some of the comments. One here says, not much to do except try to move on from her to the best of your ability. You deserve to be with someone who is in a clear state of mind and knows they want to be with you. On top of that, you want someone who is a good communicator. At this stage, she is neither of those, so it's probably in your best interest to leave her in the rear view. Yeah, absolutely agree with that. Another one says, focus on your own healing and surround yourself with supportive people. It's okay to move on from someone who doesn't treat you with respect. True again. It was disrespectful, you know, because she doesn't consider him. She considers that one family member who is against it. She considers her own interests. She doesn't consider him at all, which speaks to me that she didn't even love him in the first place. Move on. She should have chose to be with you, but instead listened to someone telling her not to be with you. So she made her decision. Yeah, exactly what I said. And last one here says, oh, not last one, sorry, we'll read a couple more. I'd say it's best to focus on yourself for now and let her go. It's tough, but moving on might bring you some peace. So a lot of comments, I mean all of them just saying to move on. What do you guys think? But we'll read the last one here. I know this kind, they will start questioning themselves where they deserve better than you. Leave her for your peace of mind. And we'll end on the peace of mind, gentlemen. That, if you didn't know, is the name of my channel. But guys, thank you for watching. Leave me your thoughts down in the comments below about what you saw. Leave me your comments also as criticism whether you like this content where I cover other people's channels and TikToks. And I'll see you guys on the next one.